Invert.
TOAST is an acronym for the Ancient Order of Smai Tawi. TOAST is an online information center for the Netaru, angelic beings who are descendants from the divine light of Amsi Heru. TOAST also welcomes open-minded individuals and truth seekers from all spiritual walks of life. The Ancient Order of Smai Tawi was established in the 25th dynasty, 747 to 656 BC, by the Kushite pharaoh Neterkashta. Pharaoh Kashta was divinely ordered to rule Kemet and resolve the spiritual and political disarray that had plagued our holy land. Kashta was ordained pharaoh Pa'ah in the holy city of Waset. He was coronated in the temple of Amun-Ra, located in the great complex of Ipet Resite, known today as Karnak. The word Amun-Ra means the hidden light of God. Pharaoh Kashta and his progenies re-established the Nubian line of Netaru as rulers of Kemet. The 25th dynasty was dedicated to removing the yoke of foreign rulership from Kemet and the honorable embellishment of Ipet Resite, our holy temple complex for angelic beings on earth. TOAST's objective is aligned with the mission and will of our primogenitors of the 25th dynasty, who established the organization known as the Ancient Order of Smai Tawi. The Kemetic word for Smai Tawi means to join together or unify, to bring about the union with self and higher self, to unlock generational powers within the self. TOAST's mission is to serve those who are in spiritual disarray and reintroduce them to the sacred order of the angels, the angelic beings. This is achieved by teaching holistic ionic communication and divine union with our primogenic higher powers, those latent powers within one's self, the Ipet Suit. TOAST.
Hotep angelic beings. I hope everybody's relaxed and comfortable. I've got to get in my zone, but just knowing that you're out there makes me feel comfortable. My name is Taharka Alim, and I'm hosting, or I'm your host here on TOAST. And let's see where we'll start. Let's start at something very simple. How many of you feel like you're lost ones? I'm sure there's many people that feel lost in the situation that we're confronted with these days. I think one of the things that we could ask ourselves is, if we're lost ones, then where do we start? Where's our starting point? If I ask any of you out there, or many of you out there, to count to 10, you'll start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And all of you that start there are wrong, because we should start at the zero. The zero is where all the power is. That's our starting point. That's the womb. That's the beginning of it all count. And the strange thing about a zero is an integer. That means it's a whole. All the power. Now let's look at the word zero, because Just in the acronym alone, you'll see all the power. Z, zenith. E in math represents energy. Aura represents light, Ra. O represents omnipotence, omnipotence, all powerful. All of our power starts in the zero. And that's the womb of the woman, the womb of the mind, the blackness or the new of space. Once we can recognize where our power source is, then we can empower ourselves. Let's go back to the zero, because this is where we're at right now. We must go back to the zero, our power base. You know, when you even think about a rocket ship, they say 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, blast off. That's the zero. Divine prerogative in the womb. This is what you're given, divine prerogative. Divine prerogative is the right or the privilege from God through nature, and it's expressed in our nature. What is our nature? We're given a supreme body that we wear. The body itself is a gift. And to know that supreme body, because even in biology, you'll realize after millions of years of evolution that that body is evolved. It's a supreme body. However, we don't know the supremacy of it. The supreme body that we wear is all powerful. However, we don't know the power in our body, our supreme body. You take, for example, going into the gym, because I've spent a lot of my life in gyms. I've seen people walk into a gym looking skinny, malnourished, weak. They go to a trainer, and that trainer teaches them how to develop that supreme body just on a physical level. Now, we're only talking physical. On that physical level, they teach a trainer, a good trainer will teach that person how to eat, how to exercise, what's necessary to do in order to develop that body. And in 3 months, that person goes to the mirror, to the mirage, to the mirror, and they look at their body and they see the little developments, these little fine developments that this body will start taking on. They begin to see their strength get greater. Their power is greater. This is what we're looking for out of our supreme body. How to get power, how to ascertain the things that we need in order to deal with the things that we're confronted with daily. What are we looking for? We're looking for power. Power. What are some of the other divine prerogatives that we have? Let's look at it. We have the divine prerogative to think. What are we thinking about? We can think about weakness. We can think about nothing. We could think about foolishness. Or we can think about acquiring power. That's your divine prerogative. Let's look at the other prerogatives that we're given. We're given the power to manifest, the right and the power to manifest the things that we need to manifest. What do we want to manifest? Greatness, good, abundance. These are the things that we want to manifest. Peace, tranquility, love, understanding. We actually were given the opportunity when we came on this planet as supreme beings to think about that. What are some of our other rights? To be great. We can be great as we want to be. These are divine prerogatives given to you. And you also have the right to reproduce yourself, your immortal self. Now, wow. When you think about these rights that you actually have, then you realize how supreme you are.
Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Let me say this. Can you run down? Hi, I'm behind the scenes, but let me say this before you continue. Can you give us a preview of just the flow of this whole situation? This is the intro here. What's going on? How's the flow of this? How you plan on doing this?
Well,
God dang, wait, dang. Who's that? Wait. Ha! I just don't want you to get too far deep into things. But I'll be here for this as far as the engineer goes. But can you give us you're giving an introduction first, and can you just give us what's going on with this show right here without you just giving us everything all at once?
Thank you, Photon. I needed that because, see, I have so much as the person that I am. I have so much to give, and I give so much. I'm an Aquarius, the water bearer, and I'm bearing so much water. As a matter of fact, I think I have about an ocean in me, maybe two, and so I can. However, please, what direction are you suggesting? First,
I would suggest you to relax personally, because it's too contrived. It's just loosen up and stick with the formula, the sacred, in a sense, the sacred formulas.
Well, this is everything that I say. I find it's necessary in order for me to even survive in these days. I must be sacred. It is important that whatever I do, I communicate in a holistic, in a holy way. I look for holy communication, and I look to be sacred in forming anything that comes from my body temple. I see that is extremely important. I've done so many things in the past that was unholy, unholistic. And so I find that everything that comes from me at this point, it's mandatory that it's sacred. So I have learned to form myself into a sacred being. Now, maybe perhaps you need to ask me a question.
Yeah.
You need to ask me a question and let me see if I can communicate with you in a holistic way.
Yeah, before we get into that, I just wanted to just keep the flow of things. I do have some questions. I do have questions. I just want to just make sure that it's going at a flow. What, in my opinion, who are you? Who are you, and what's the purpose of this channel? What's the purpose of this the content that you're bringing today, if you don't mind?
Well, I guess I don't mind. You're kind of taking me slightly out of my flow, but I think that, like wind and everything else, I should learn how to adjust to that. I am an angelic being. I've learned that through acknowledging that, I've been able to ascertain power. By acknowledging who I am, most of us, if you ask them, who are you, they would tell you their name. If a name has power in that name and it can tell the attributes of that person, well, then it's a great thing. If the name does not have the power that's necessary in order for that person to forecast, in order for that person to ascertain what he needs in order to go through this world that we're dealing with, then he's going to have a hard time. So our name puts a spell on us. I The spell that I'm under at this point is the spell of an angelic being.
Okay, the chat saying he's relaxed. Leave him alone. All right, I'm gonna get back into behind the scenes.
Well, that's so no. You know, I think that's beautiful. I think that's beautiful for you to come in with your concern. However,
and who is this woman?
You know,
who is that
I
woman?
can deal with that also. I think that's okay for me. Anything else that you would like to say? Now, I said I'm an angelic being. You were supposed to say something.
Was I? Was I? I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, yes. You were supposed to ring the bell, because anytime I say I'm an angelic being, I want to hear the bell. I want to hear the bell.
I had to get the bell ring together. I'm
because
behind.
It's like Mario. It's like the Mario brothers. When they find something powerful, when they find a power, then all of a sudden the bells ring and the thing just drops all over the place. I want that. Anytime I say I'm an angelic being, I'm acquiring power. I want you to ring the bell.
Okay, I'll get that together next show. Sorry about that. I'm running behind. You had a lot of requests, and you know I'm trying to keep it up with all of them. But go ahead, continue. I'm gonna be keeping the backgrounds. Even Ryan's here. We're all over the we're all over the place. Yeah, can you go ahead with your introduction before we jumping ahead? Go ahead.
Oh, you got that bell? Is that my bell? Is that my bell?
You hit a bell? You hit a no. I'm getting texts. I'm dealing with all. I should get back to my work, but I'm listening. I'm gonna get back behind the scenes. If Ryan,
okay, well, let me
can help you out.
Let me continue where I left off. For those who felt comfortable with where I left off. Okay, let's go back to athletic power, because that's physical. Let's go back to the athletic power. We know that when you have that athletic power, you know, or you possess that athletic power, it makes you feel good. There's other powers that we must learn how to ascertain. And I'm going to act as a trainer, just like I did when I was training physical bodies. I'm going to train the spiritual body. Now I'm ready to train spiritual bodies. I'm ready to train mental bodies right now. I'm ready to give that workout. And this is what we're going to do. But we're going to start our workout. We're going to start our workout from the zero, because that's the gym that we're going to work out from. That's the gym that we're going to work out in. That's the gym, the GEM, the GYM, however you want to look at it. You've heard the story about the chicken and the eagle. Many of us heard that story. The story says that there you go. There, now you on the case, buddy.
Okay, I got it. I got you. You know, listen, I know who this woman is. Y'all need to relax and enjoy the show. Please.
Many of us are eagles that's been raised with chickens. We've lost our attributes. We've lost that ability to soar. We've lost. We're running around here clucking and what do chickens do? Eating on the ground. Our inability to fly, because we don't know the attributes of the angelic being, the supreme angelic being. This is who you are. Who are you? Are you the chicken, or are you the eagle? Are you the angel, or are you the devil? Are you the fool? Are you the nigger? Or are you the divine being that you were born to be?
Hold on, Uncle T. Because Ryan is here. Should I put her backstage? I don't know if she's aware.
Bring Ryan. Always bring beauty in front.
Ryan, can you cam up? What's going on here, Ryan?
Ryan, are you there? Come on. What? But Dave, let's get out. Let's like Photon said, let's unloosen our collars here. Let's get loose. Get loose. Remember, I had a song out called "Get Loose" at one time.
Okay, but let's stay on the topic, please. But yeah, if you could help him out, Ryan.
I need help.
You can answer. Well, no, actually, no. But just to keep the continuity. If you have any questions, I don't want us to lose focus. But I'm listening.
All I need is love. Dan, 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 dan. All I need is love. Hi, Ryan. Introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. Do I sound? I'm not sure. Can you hear me, Grandpa?
I hear you. Great. I love that, Grandpa. Well, to be a grand.
Oh, you're messing up the show. You wasn't supposed to be snitching and doxing us like this.
That's okay.
Okay.
See, we got to go with the flow.
Okay.
We said we're gonna go with the flow. So I like that, Grandpa. First of all, let's look at that beginning. Grand. Wow, to be considered by someone so beautiful as grand.
Thank you.
I'm honored.
I am honored. Thank you so much for allowing part of your lineage. I appreciate it so much.
Wow, they're in. Wow, somebody just did something. I just seen a picture of Photon did showed a picture of a tuning fork. I keep my tuning fork with me all the time because as an angelic being, it's always necessary for me to tune up. And, I'm always becoming my best, my highest, and my wisest. And so therefore I have what is called a tuning fork. It's the key of A. And anytime I find myself needing tune, the body that we wear, this divine body needs incessant tuning. It's always needed because there's always things that take the body off tune or out of tune. And so we, or the angelic beings I learned, they're the ones that carry a tuning fork in the key of A.
Okay, hold on. I'm a little off tune here. Who is Harlemite? How does Harlemite know if she's your cousin? Who is Harlemite speaking to? And why are you doxing me, Harlemite? You need to go with the flow and stop snitching respectfully.
Harlemite is Fatima.
Oh, wow. Then I apologize. Wow. Sorry. But wow. You sure?
I'm positive.
Please tap into Fatima. I would like you to tap in and listen to your great rhetoric with this. But let's stay on the topic, please. Sorry. Okay. So that's Fatima. Go ahead go for it.
Okay. All right. Again, the tuning fork. And I think it's very important that we all zero in on this tuning fork because the beauty of the tuning fork is it's somewhat, the Christians have what is called a rosary bead. The Muslims have their beads. Angelic beings use tuning forks. When you hit a tuning fork and you listen to the tuning fork, you hear all of them acts as reminders. This is a reminder that you have to be in the key of A. A is the first note from the zero. Stay on your one, on your great one, on your wise one, on your omnipotent one.
Something happened. You check your thing. I'm gonna see what I could do behind the scenes here. Your connection, T, is kind of, I don't know if you need to plug in your you might need to plug in your laptop. That might be the issue. Can you hear me, Ryan?
Yes, I can hear you. Hello?
Okay. Yeah. Can you talk? I got to take this call. I think he's calling me right now.
Okay, no problem. I actually need to make sure I get my laptop charger so it doesn't die. So give me 1 second so I can get that set up.
Okay, Ryan. All right, I need to drop the link. I don't know if I have that ability. I have administrative abilities, but I don't know. I can't drop the link. I would like to hear from others. He just called me up. Ryan, can you hear me? Can y'all put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me? Omi? Yeah, this is out 3, 2, 1. Go to Haka. Yeah, he said for us to just talk until he gets things together. I think he needs to plug in the laptop. Although he's a veteran at this, he's a noob at these social media, StreamYard, YouTube streets. And this is only the second episode. We're getting all the everything together. We're suffering from technical difficulties. All right, there you go, Ryan. And we're gonna drop the link. It's all over the place. Sorry, but again, this is just the second episode. So how you doing, Ryan? She is my cousin. Although I don't really know you like that. I have hundreds of cousins. So can you just introduce yourself real briefly before Tahaka comes back?
No problem. My name is Ryan Yearwood. I am your cousin. I want to say, oh, Grandmaster's
hey,
great.
Hey, everybody, I'm back.
You're back.
I'm back. The angel is back.
I love that for you.
You were speaking about tuning forks.
Oh, my tuning. Let me get back in tune. Ryan, are you still with us? There you go. Okay, let me get back in tune. The tuning fork. I would suggest that everybody get a tuning fork. You know, it's so beautiful. First of all, the key of A is magnificent, and it always acts as a reminder to me of who I am as an A or an angel or an angelic being. And it teaches me how to always Photon.
Yes.
Photon. Where is my bell?
Oh,
where is my bell?
Sorry. Yeah, yo,
Come on, man.
Oh gosh.
Get on the A.
All right, I'll put something together.
Okay, well, if you don't have it this time, we'll have it the next time. Okay.
We need
Ryan will be dealing with all this next week, perhaps. It's just I'm dealing with a lot. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. When you get out the chicken coop,
yes,
and you come on into the eagle and soar like an eagle, you know what I'm saying? Then I know that none of that will happen. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna make sure you will be the first one. I'm gonna make sure that you get a tuning fork.
Okay.
So
where are we ready for
a lot of work? And by the way, and the work that you do is fantastic. I just want you to know. As a matter of fact, everybody, I want to make it clear that it was Photon that did that piece in the very beginning, which was, I thought it was fantastic. I love it. All those who appreciated that piece that Photon did in the beginning, you liked it, Ryan?
I did. I really did.
Oh, do you know who though? No, go back there. Being that you got it on there, I think that's important because this is my namesake here. This is Taharqa. This is the Neter Taharqa from the 25th dynasty, one of Casta's progenies. Taharqa, fantastic person. And if you notice on his back, he has wings. Taharqa, like myself, seen himself as an angelic being. And the work that he did as an angelic being was fantastic in our history. Please bring that picture back on because it's almost like I'm being.
Why are you so dead in the camera? You can relax. You can sit back.
No. Please. Right. There you go. Now I could sit back.
Okay.
Now I could sit back. I could sit back when I see Taharqa because it's important that we understand that lineage and the lineage that we come from. We are the angelic beings. And the quicker we have an understanding of who we are and what our capabilities are as an angelic being, the more power we will acquire. Bing the bell. Okay. I see you jumping all over the place, but that's okay.
No,
that's okay. Go back. Let's go back to Kobe and them. Let's go back there. Because here's two gentlemen who, through using their divine prerogatives, became great at what they do. They became the greatest at what they do because they understood that they had the prerogative to be great. And this is what we all have. We all have that supremeness, that supremacy in us, that power in us to be as great as we choose to be. However, it's very hard to be great if you're not trained to be great. Each one of them were trained in their greatness. Now, what type of great do we need? We need to be great out here in this world. We have to understand the attribute of great, which is one of the angelic attributes. Great, wise, powerful. These are the attributes that we're concentrating on right now. Concentration. Where do we find that power? We find that power back in our zero. And so what I want to do today, or tonight, if you will, I want to give you a glimpse of the zero in what is known as transfigurational meditation. Going into yourself, going into your mind, going into your spirit, going into your divine spot, your zero, the one that you forgot when you counted from 1 to 10 instead of 0 to 1, 0.
Taaka,
so what we'll do
before you get into what that look, can you explain to us why did you want me to post this video right here relative to this Kobe picture? Can you connect these to this video?
Go ahead, let it play out. We look at that young boy and we say, wow, unbelievable. He's so talented. He has so much potential. Listen to that, potent, or 10, the number 10. He's not as great as he looks. He's not a 10 yet. He's not at a 10. Kobe and them were at a 10. This young boy has to study the masters in order for him to reach his full potential. How many of us had the ability to study under angels, under angelic beings, so that we could recognize the power and the potency or the potential of our divine being? The only time you ever get a glimpse of that is when you go to the gym. You go to the gym and all of a sudden you feel good, you feel powerful, you feel great. And that's just a smidgen of the potential of the divine self. So let's go ahead and look at real power. Let's go and look at where it all comes from, how to ascertain it, how to look. If I took this cell phone, let me say, I got to put it like this. My cell phone was bugging and I needed to empower it. I know exactly where to go. Every one of you who are listening to me know exactly where to go to empower your cell phone. But where do you go to empower yourselves, yourself? What do you plug in? Where do you plug in? How do you plug in? This is what we're going to go in. We're going to plug in and learn about the zero. Now, I actually was forced to deal with my the meditation, my meditation cipher. I was forced to deal with it in the way where I have to deal with the family in general, because I was blessed to be a speaker at a Young Kingsmen ceremony. And these young kings, or graduation ceremony, and these young kings said, Baba, tell me, I'm a father. I want to know how to deal with my family. And these young kings said, Baba, tell me how to deal with my family. What is it that I need from an angelic perspective? What do I need to do in order to address my family? I'm a new father. I just married my best friend. And now I want to know, what is the angelic perspective of dealing? So I had to address that. And it was a beautiful revelation, because in order to address it, I had to go into I had to go into what is called meditation. And I meditated on it. And this is what I came up with. Why don't Photon, why don't you go into that particular
Stop doxing me.
cipher?
This is the internet. Stop doxing me. Seriously. It ain't that type of party. I mean, yo,
would you do that for me, Atta? Go into
do what? Do what? Do what?
Go into the meditation cipher.
Already?
Yes.
Jumping ahead. What? Which one? All right, hold on.
An avatar.
No. God.
Hotep angelic beings, welcome to the ancient order of Smitawi's Transfigurational Meditation Cipher for the development of the angelic beings' extrasensory perception faculties. ESP 101. It is important that we start our development from the zero, for it is the foundation, the power base from which our families can truly ascend from. Therefore, this lesson will lend itself specifically to the development of one's...
Wait a minute. Before we do that, dang, hold on. Okay, everybody, this is about 15 minutes. You see, listen, it's like, yo, it's so much going on. Device here. We didn't introduce her. It's too much going on. I do this. I really do this. I'm not trying to interject, but it's really all over the place. I'm trying to run a tight ship here, respectfully. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not trying to call anybody out their names, but even before we even go into this, there was other things that needed to be addressed, right? Can we first, because Vivi is here, can we acknowledge her before we just jump into this? Because this is 15 minutes. Well, we didn't even give it any type of introduction in a sense. What do you think?
Well, you know what? There's a lot of ways of looking at that. I was looking at the desire to go into the zero. And that particular video takes me, and it probably would take everybody into the zero, because right now there's a very important topic in that to be exposed. Now, if you feel as though there is something that is greater than what they can acquire from the zero at this point, and it might be. No. Now listen, hold on. Let me just be clear. Let me be clear. It just might be. And who am I to say that it's not, if you say it is? But tell me what you think, and I'll see how we can deal with it.
Well, I like to deal with structure, and before we didn't get to the Q&A portion of everything where
That's not the Q&A.
What? Wait. Can I? Right. This is the meditation. You wanted me to play the meditation portion of the show.
Yes.
Before that, I feel that it needed to give its proper introduction, which was first showcasing the 66 attributes, as well as the sacred formulas information.
Very good.
Right. Yes. See, I'm not just trying to interject and show and just trying to be the spotlight. No. There's a process here, and I was just wanted to just maintain the process because it was very coordinated.
Yes.
Before we get into the Q&A and dropping the link and bringing everyone on, because I want to hear what Vivi and others have to say without doxing me and saying Ata and oh, this is your cousin and yo, this is just not checkers.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, Ata.
All right, calm down. Yeah. Yes.
Calm down. But that's cool. And I could respect that. However, even from there has been things that has been going on as we've been developing, that we've been moving in. We were kind of like doing it improv. We were moving in an improv way. I do agree with you, sir. I do agree with you that if you can see, there's little things that it's not happening, but there's so many other things that can happen. And so what we need to do is just focus on that. Now, if you feel something that you want to add or you think that should be in there, by all means, I totally agree with you.
Okay, pardon my anxiety, but yeah, if everyone could just slow down, breathe. The purpose of this channel, or one of the main essence, because we're about to get into the quote unquote meat of this whole show, which is what we're about to play, the transfigurational meditation. It's about 15 minutes long. So please tap in, listen closely, and maybe we'll play all the introductions later. But this is a 15-minute pre-recorded video that I want to really listen to and really absorb, because you put a lot of time and effort as well as I did, but you first. And I'm not knocking anything that you're saying. It's just kind of scattered, and we really worked. It's like, God damn, after all this, it's all over the place. But that's how things are.
Well, that's how it is. The computer went off. Sometimes you go off, sometimes I go off. But that's all. As long as we turn ourselves back on again, then that's what's most important.
If I wasn't to say something, I just wanted to before we just play this, now play that, like I'm some DJ. Like, can we just give it a more formal introduction of what we're about to see, and so people can get comfortable? And what does Vivi have to say? Because she tapped in.
Okay, all right. Before Vivi comes in, let me tell you based on my structure that I see. I spoke on the fact that I was dealing with these young Kingsmen. And the Kingsmen asked me about a perspective in reference to raising their family from the beginning, how to deal with that. How are you going to do that? And all of that is really spoken about in the Transfigurational Meditation Cipher. The Transfigurational Meditation Cipher not only explains it to him, but it explains it to each and every one of you out there. The responsibility of being an heir apparent, or being a parent. You understand? And so it makes it very apparent in the zero, which is where we're going. I'm showing them how it feels in the zero, how one thinks when they go into this zero, into this meditation cipher. The word cipher means zero. So through this meditation cipher that I'm getting ready to share with everyone, you will find out how I got the information. You will hear the information that came to me in this particular cipher. Now, Photon,
Yeah.
are you there?
Yes.
Okay. So if you feel as though there is something more for me, now,
Totally.
yes, you're absolutely right about
ahead.
that. One thing when you said we didn't even go into the commercial break. I was running past the commercial break, and I totally agree with you. So why don't we give ourselves a commercial break, and this way we could take a couple of minutes to take a breather and then go into it. So you're absolutely right again, Photon.
Oh no, I'm not. But yeah, this is a 1 minute commercial. And it's relative to what we're about to go into. But yeah, it's a 1 minute commercial that that was part of our yeah, we black. So yeah, we all over the place. But let's hit this commercial. Sorry, y'all.
Why can't this word nigga be discarded? And why does this word command so much attention, fear, and anxiety? The 66 Attributes of the Nigga is a book written by Taharka and Tunde Ra Alim. It reveals the answers to these questions and explains why this title has left so many in a quandary. What are the 66 attributes of the nigga? What are the 100 attributes of the niggas? Learn the truth in the power word, nigga. Learn the power in its roots, the niggas. And learn the science of turning the negative spell into a positive conclusion. A gift for your divine evolution. Buy your copy today.
Vivi. Hello, darling.
Yeah.
How are you?
It's okay.
What have you got?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you very well.
The link. How's everybody tapping in like this?
Yes. We can hear you, Vivi.
Good.
Hi.
Speak,
okay.
Hi,
so
Vivi.
well, first I'll introduce myself. I'm Vivi. I am family. I am Tahaka's daughter, and everyone else is on here. Either cousin, sister, mother.
Hey, I don't know these people. They ain't doxing me. I'm just a stranger. I'm just a go ahead.
You're not a stranger. You are also family as well.
That's
so
true.
I don't know.
Right.
Maybe you don't want anyone to know that.
No, I got ops in these
We're proud to have you.
I got ops.
Or Photon.
They gotta. Oh gosh.
Well, go ahead, Vivi.
But anyway, what I was gonna say is that it was both of your introductions were great, and Ryan as well, and I'm very happy to be able to hear what you guys have put together. But it seems like we're just all off, even to the point where we're losing people. People are dropping off of the show, and if the whole point is for us to get a message, then should we get to the message?
You're the message, Vivi. You're the message. We're waiting for you. I'm glad you're here personally.
Okay, so I'm the message?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, where do I begin?
You already began, baby.
Okay.
You did. You said you made a point.
Mm-hmm.
Irrefutable.
Okay.
I think that it's a very good point, and I think that that's why I say we should move into where we're supposed to be right now. If we move into where we're supposed to be, then you'll be able to see it. I like the spontaneity of this. I like you coming in and making your suggestions. This is what it's all about. If everything that I do for my family first. I see my family as number one. So to have you come in and share, it's like being in the house. And we should take that attitude as though we're home. We should take that's who we're confronting at this point. We can't get across as a family, if we can't get our message across to each and every one of the people in our family, then we're not doing our job. And each and every one of them, the Photons, Vivi, Ryan, and everyone else. I think I seen a Tudor's face someplace there. I think I heard that a Tudor's on as well. You know, each and every Fatima, all of us, we have that ability to be able now to focus in and speak. And each one of us are in different places, but we can speak and we can say whatever it is that we want to say.
Okay, so I will take full responsibility in sharing the link for people to come on to speak, because I thought everyone would have. I thought that that's what this was. When we spoke, I thought you wanted us to ask questions and that we were going to all be on, be able to video talk or whatever the case may be. So if that wasn't the case, then my apologies.
No, I think that it is, but I don't. But see, we as a family, and most families here in America, we have a propensity to have big gatherings, and we have our gatherings, and our gatherings become almost to a point where we know exactly what's going to happen: eat, drink, and be merry. You understand? One thing that we can't do here is we can't eat, we can't drink, and we have to be very, very conscious of a message that we have to get across to the people in our family.
Right. Can I say it more?
Let me finish saying what I'm saying first. We have to be very, very cognizant of what we want to say. I'm 77 years old. My time is different from all of y'all's time. You understand what I'm saying? I don't have time to do all the things that I did yesterday. The things that I do today are not the things that I did yesterday. I don't visit, I don't go out. And really, the way the world is like that, we don't have that kind of time. We have to know what's most important. And me, as one of the heads of the family, I have to suggest what I feel is most important, because anybody can do this. This can be done by all of us. And I'm sure that each one of us will participate in whatever. Now you happen to be hearing what Taharka has to say. And so what Taharka is saying, he feels it's important that you know this. You may not even feel this today, but you'll see it tomorrow. So I think with that, hear what Taharka has to say. Hear what Taharka has to say about the zero meditation cipher. Photon, DNA, do your job.
Okay, and one of the things which made me get on is to, but you were going with the flow. As I think back on it, I was just kind of jumped on and to help you, and then Ryan jumped on. But yes, Vivi, there was going to be a portion of the show, which was the last segment. We cut things up into segments. The first segment was the introduction. I just wanted him to just explain in the introduction how the flow was, because like you were saying, people may be confused and be like, oh, I thought this was a free for all open panel type of vibe. And we were going to bring up the open panel after the feature presentation. It's almost like you go to the movies and you watch the previews and then you watch the feature presentation. And then afterwards, the director takes calls or takes, people that's in the audience or people that worked with the movie to be on the panel to discuss and talk about what they just viewed.
Okay.
So that was the format that we were looking to go in, but it kind of went topsy-turvy. But this is just the second episode, so we're trying to get things together. We need you to help. We need Vivi.
I think what we need to really keep in mind that there are many people now in here, and they're looking for a show. And now we're having conversation.
I'm glad you said that, Vivi. I'm glad you said that. Because I think, and it's important that I again say, in all actuality, and I say this from the bottom of my heart, I'm not thinking about other people. Anybody that comes in and see this and hear this, they're lucky. they're lucky. I don't care if they tune in or tune out. The only thing that I'm thinking about is my family.
It's Vivi. We did this for you, Vivi.
Hold on, please. Let me make this point perfectly clear. I'm not looking for anybody but my family. If you want to invite somebody else outside,
well, your family is in here and they're listening.
Okay, so then listen. Okay?
Yep, that's all 27 people watching.
Okay, good. Here we go then.
Well, I don't know, 211's in here, but I digress. But go ahead. Is there something you want to say? I want to play this last commercial before we get into the feature presentation. This is another 1 minute, what's it called? Preview. Anything, because
no, you can do that. If that's what your spirit
let's
is.
Run this preview.
If we was at home and you did this, nobody would say nothing.
Vivi or Ryan, if you want to interject, or Chuda, anyone, let's play this 1 minute preview before we get into the feature presentation.
Sacred Formulas to Raise the Royal Mind is a spiritual textbook written by Tunde Ra and Taharka Ali. This book contains power lessons retrieved from the forgotten African Kemetic spiritual culture for the enlightenment and the evolution of today's modern family of man. Sacred Formulas to Raise the Royal Mind. Buy your book now. Sacred Formulas to Raise the Royal Mind.
Okay, sorry for the bootleg stuff. It's all over the place. But yeah, God cut. Sorry. Yeah, it's. I like the show, but yeah, it's all over the place. This is not what we had in mind, but I'm enjoying it, listening to everybody and seeing all of the fam here.
Yeah. So now what? What is that? Say. Could I see what Asia just said? Asia
wrote. She said, "Save that for the after." They might be conversating in the chat. She said,
"That's good.
Save that for the after show. Wrap up in private." Omi is saying, "We love you, Jasmine."
I think what more so what everyone's referring to is just the fact that like everyone's saying, we had a certain plan, but sometimes things don't go that way, and that's right. Okay. I think everyone's just more so centered and focused on the fact that we're going to get a message that we are here to learn and understand and just come together as a family. And no, things aren't going the way they're supposed to, or quote unquote supposed to, but everything happens with divine timing, and obviously all this was supposed to happen for the greater good of everyone who's tuning in, so, and it's okay that it's not. I think we can sit and fix everything that's happening afterward and maybe structure the show a bit better, after we hang up and recollect. But what's important right now is that we just get through what everyone's here for, is just come together and love each other, and to just ascend further up that scale as a family. Who cares if it's not going as planned? I personally really don't care. And that's fine. We just want to ascend together holistically as a unit and as a family. I think that is what's most important. We should focus on that and not what's not going correctly.
I totally agree. I think that if we were at home, we were in any one of our houses, that wouldn't be an important matter of whether it's going right or whether it's going wrong. Everything that happens is going right. If it's love involved in it. So a lot of times we look at this as though we're doing this for someone else other than for ourselves. And what we have to realize is this is for ourselves right now. So I'm not worried. So don't worry for me.
I'm not worried.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'd like to see everyone relaxed.
Do you see anyone unrelaxed?
I'm so unrelaxed. I need to come out to Phoenix. Y'all doxing me. Y'all calling me by my government. Gosh. Anyway, this is Photon. I don't know who this
somebody said Khadijah said, we love you, Atta.
We love you, Photon.
Yes,
love you,
we love you, Levi. We love it all. Come on, everybody needs to just tap in. Let's just have a party over here.
They are. We are partying.
Send the link out.
Who is that? Asia? What Asia said?
Yeah, where's Asia? Asia?
Oh, somebody said this is great.
Asia said, "Oh, Photon, I'm sorry."
I'm just being the nigga. This is all part of. I'm just being
all
the
part of. We gotta have a nigga. If we're talking about the 66 attributes of the nigga, we gotta have a nigga.
Okay, let's get.
It would be so corny if it wasn't.
Okay.
No, it wouldn't. Y'all do it. I love it. I'm enjoying this.
I enjoy having Atta with me.
I'm gonna just leave y'all.
Atta brings the best out of me.
You got Ricky in here. You got Tunde in here. You got the whole. Everybody's in here.
Oh my God.
Ricky's in here.
We getting,
wow.
hey, the viewership is going up, Photon. Okay. All right. Listen. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for what? So are y'all ready for what I think what came to me from the zero?
Yes.
Are y'all ready for that?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes. We're all here.
Hey, Khadijah, don't fall asleep.
Oh, wow.
Khadijah said, Tahaka, this is great in all caps.
I love Khadijah. That's my
So y'all ready? I mean,
that's my baby. Okay, are you ready, Photon? Can we do this? Can we do it? Listen, y'all. Listen, y'all. I don't care about anything else. I want y'all to pay a 10, not a 9, not an 8, not a 7. I want attention given to this particular meditation cipher. I want y'all to go in and meditate. I want y'all to meditate on the words. I want y'all to feel the essence of what's being said, especially those of you who are thinking about having a family or have children. These children are very important to us. And I want y'all to listen. I want y'all to listen to it. Okay?
We're on 10.
We're on 10? 10. Attention.
10.
Photon. Do your thing.
Okay. I just got kicked off by StreamYard. But yeah, I'm gonna get it together here. What is it called again? Because we just put this. All right, I'm not gonna talk about it.
Oh boy, you sound like you getting into
what? No, it's ready.
Like you getting ready to get into one of those things that I got into.
Right. No, so sit back. This is about it's 14 minutes. Is about 15 minutes long. This is the transfigurational meditation cipher. This is the feature presentation, and we'll be right back with the Q&A. But relax and let's upgrade in Ascend.
Yeah, and if you have anything to say, let's speak on this. Let's speak on this meditation cipher, okay? Tell me what y'all think.
Hotep angelic beings, welcome to the ancient order of Smaitawi's Transfigurational Meditation Cipher for the development of the angelic beings' extrasensory perception faculties, ESP 101. It is important that we start our development from the zero, for it is the foundation, the power base from which our families can truly ascend from. Therefore, this lesson will lend itself specifically to the development of one's family zero ring of power for our family's ascension. Wisdom dictates that we understand every word that comes forth from our divine temple body. We should make a conscious effort to constantly serve positive, empowering words, not only to ourselves, but to our children, to our family members, and to the world as a whole. For only through this process do we in turn empower ourselves. We must also be aware that the secret of all things is uncovered by the name. Knowing the name is the beginning process of acquiring the knowledge of a person, place, or thing. Mastery demands knowledge, for knowledge is the attribute of the angelic beings. Without having the knowledge of the name of a thing, a person, or the understanding of the word, the mind will be left wandering blindly in unawareness. Therefore, it is incumbent that our cipher is enforced by knowing the denotative, connotative, and spiritual meaning of power spell words for true enlightenment and for the greatness of its use for the all. With this understanding, I will bring to your attention 6 power spell words with their denotative meaning. Take a minute and digest them for your mental and spiritual revivification. The first word is reproduction. Reproduction is the action or process of making a copy of something. Your second word is avatar. Generally speaking, an avatar is the embodiment of a person or an idea. Third word, immortality. Immortality is the survival of one's spirit and identity across incarnations. Fourth, maculate. Maculate is to mark with a spot or spots, stain, to sully or pollute, impure moral character. Fifth, immaculate, free from flaws or mistakes, perfect. And your final word is concept, a plan or intention, a conception. Understanding these definitions and their unquantifiable value will open a greater concept and approach to your future. What is the Eye of Heru? The Eye of Heru symbolizes seeing the immortal you. The archetypes for your immortal family are Asar, Aset, and Heru. Only when we recognize our immortal selves can we exercise our immortal greatness. However, an immortal being who is bonded to mortality is doomed to live a life in fear, agony, pain, and death. When the heads of a family is oblivious to his and her nature and true character, They become unconscious containers of misinformation. This misinformation is fed to their avatars, their children. The parents represent the pupil of the Eye of Heru, whose purpose is to allow pure light to enter being. The iris represents the children, our avatars. The word iris means rainbow. The messengers of the gods and goddesses among themselves, and the personification of the gods and goddesses. Your immortal avatars are your past, your present, and your future. The greatest danger that the reproducers can present to the family circle is the provocation of anger, fear, hostility, harm, or distress. These are mortal impulses and destructive implants, counterintuitive for your immortal growth and behavior. We must provide them with discipline and instruct them in the ways of the immortal nectar beings with love, wisdom, compassion. Know that you are in fact disciplining yourself. Spend quality time creating your ring of power and empowering it daily. This is done by teaching them the chant called the Zero Ring of Power. Say, I am you, and you are me, and we are all in one immortal circle. Our circle is our family ring of power. We take from and bring power to our circle. We are the circle, Zero Ring of Power. And remember, there are no big I's or little U's in the ring of power, for the ring is equal. Let us go into our meditation now. We will use this moment in clarity to relax our mind and body and experience the beauty in the moment. Let us pause the moment, slow down time within ourselves to adjust and align our consciousness with a moment of calm and tranquility. We will now move our consciousness back into the zero, the new, where we will experience our zenith, our energy, our rejuvenation, our omnipotence. Relax, 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 relax. Your zero is the gateway to your immortality. With this connection, you will be guided to Aru, your space in timeless existence, your eternal power base. There you will be guided to make the right choices in life and live your life to meet the highest good. There you will learn to meet with your higher self, your Amsi Heru. Find your most comfortable position, seated or laying, palms up or down, and bring your attention to your breathing. Breathe deep, deeply, and slowly. Allow your stomach to expand as you breathe in. Exhale slowly. Feel your body begin to relax. Again, breathe in. Release. Slowly. Letting all tension flow from your body. Breathe in. Hold it. And breathe out. Breathe in. Relax. Relax. And breathe out. Relax. Let this sense of joy, a sense of deep, deep tranquility, take control of your body. Relax. Relax. Let deep relaxation make its way throughout your whole being. The feeling of sheer peacefulness will overtake your whole body as you feel more and more relaxed. Feel this peaceful and warm sensation as it travels throughout your body. It's a calm relaxation. This sensation, this wave of peace and deep tranquility travels throughout your being. Deep, deep relaxation. Feel the peacefulness. As we meditate on the supplication, the Eye of Heru. O I, gateway to my immortal intuition, my past, my present, and my future. I am your pupil, and I focus only on the light of your divine providence. Grant me sustainability, that I may maintain my ring of power in your light, to guide my beloved family, to serve them and the world with all that is best, highest, and wisest from my holy Eye of Heru. Dua Inter. I will now allow you your space-time. I will ring the A-bell when you must release your Hesi. The eye of heaven is the all-seeing eye of the Master of eternity. I am reborn from new with the eye of heaven. I am the Master of eternity. Let this tone guide your day.
Hello, everybody. We're back. We are back.
We are back.
Hi, Vivi. I just got a beautiful message from Fatima. I don't know why we can't get her on this. But Fatima
She has
says
to tap on that. She has to tap now on that link that was sent.
okay, but she said meditation very beautiful. The sound of your voice and the mandalas are perfect.
Yes.
However, I suggest you remove your images. They are distracting and unnecessary. The mandala draws you in. That's good. Oh, thank you, Fatima. Your voice is, she said, my voice is perfect. Oh,
Your voice was perfect.
That's a sister. You know, that's a sister. What else would a sister say but something beautiful?
Well, it surely relaxed me and calmed me down.
It did?
It did.
Then you used it. See, it's about using. And the fact that you used it for your relaxation, that's the art, Vivi, to be able to use it. Do we have any questions?
Lala Mitchell, you're backstage. Something is saying device not connected. If you could tap out and tap back in, we would like to hear from you as well as Harlem Night, Fatima. If you could tap in, and we're interested in hearing from another elder, please tap in. This is the Q&A segment portion of the show. I'm gonna step back in the clouds. Lala Mitchell, if you could tap out and tap back in so we could just hear some feedback from the viewers, from the fam, and just I'm gonna sit back and just listen and just get the information from you guys. Thank you.
And I like that. I like if we can to keep it in reference to the show if we can, because that's important. Hi, Fatima. There you are. You and Vivi look just alike.
Fatima.
I don't know who's who here. Wait a minute. Wow, that's deep.
I know that we have
windows. There's some feedback. There's just one
that's deep. You know, I think you all, a lot of you know me from different.
You know, I'm doing this on my telephone, but I'm watching it on the television. So I don't know how to make that. I'm doing this on my.
All right, mute your television.
You have to mute your television.
So I don't know how to how to merge.
Can you your
television?
Again, this is episode 2. Everybody will get things together. Sorry for those, because there are those that's watching that are not in the family, within the immediate family at least, but it's all fam. But we're all gonna get it together.
Oh,
sorry,
right.
everyone. We're getting it.
in the family, within the immediate family at least, but it's all family.
So would we like to
turn your volume down?
Turn your volume down, Fatima.
So I know there's a couple of questions that we wanted to go through at the end of this segment. Sultan and Grandmaster, would you like to continue down that path?
I'd love to. I think that we can go down that path, and we could even ask some of them, and they can shed light on their experience as well.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so yes.
Any particular question that you have?
So in the meditation, there was the word revivify,
right?
And I was wondering if you could elaborate on what exactly that means and how we apply that to ourselves and our day to day.
Right. I think that it's important for us to know that when there are certain cells or muscles that are not used, then it becomes latent. The muscles become atrophy. And it's important that there are certain exercises that's needed as spiritual beings for exercises to develop your cells, to develop your spirit. And the word revivify really comes from the word revitalize, or to make it whole, to make it holistic, to exercise it so that it comes back to life. There are a lot of things in our bodies, as well as our spirit and our mind, that is atrophy. And now, in order for us to acquire the power that we need in order for us to move ahead, we're going to have to activate those cells as well as those muscles.
Grandpa, do you mind putting your camera back on? We would love to see your.
You love to see me?
Yes, please.
Oh, okay. Let's see how. Edit my avatar. Okay, I think I
you have to go down to the third window where it says start
now. Okay. Is that me?
There you are.
Perfect.
Hello. Hello, everybody. Hello.
Halo.
Can we see you too, Proton or Photon?
Huh?
I got ops in these streets. Okay, in a second. But continue. I'm gonna just go in the behind the scenes because I'm trying to post. I want to show the viewer what the people are writing in the chat.
Yeah, he's got it. He's like he's kind of like on a mission. You know, he's like that Froggy the Gremlin in the back.
He's like Puffy behind the scenes, but need to be seen.
Yeah, but need to be seen. Everybody's gonna be asking.
V-Guy with the shots. Yes.
Any more questions? Any more, Ryan?
Yes. So next question that I had was, could you elaborate more on the Eye of Heru and why we call it the all-seeing eye?
Okay. The Eye of Heru really represents us. When you see this family that you have here right now, I represent one age category. I'm your past, I'm your present, and I'm your future. In the future, you look at me, you say, oh, this is how I'm going to look when I'm 77 years old. This is how I'm going to be. You understand? I give you a glimpse of the future. You give me, I look back at you and I see the future. Wow, look at my future. These are my children. I see the future. I see my past. You see your past in me. So that's the Eye of Heru. The Eye of Heru is when we all come together as one eye. I am you and you are me. And we are all a part of one circle. We give and we take from our circle. Our circle is our ring or our Eye of Heru, our ring of power. So that's what the Eye of Heru is. Whatever people say, you'll hear all kinds of things about what it is, but it's really simply the past, being able to see the past. You can see the future if you talk to me. If you look at me, you can see the future. I can see the future, and I can see the past, and I can see the present. So we're the past, present, and future, all in one.
I is you.
So Heru means God. Is another term for God. So when you say the Eye of Heru, you're saying, I'm seeing everything now out of the eye of God.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Can you give us a little bit more insight on why name is important?
Yes, Levi. The word name means na, N-A, na, me, know me, to know me. In order to know you, you have to know yourself. Really and truly, you should name yourself. Everybody should have a secret or power name. I like to read something. I'm glad you asked that question.
Is that why?
This is from the Sacred Formula. This is from our book, right? Sacred Formula to Raise the Royal Mind. There's what is called preventing the slaughter. Now think about that. Preventing the slaughter. Are we to a certain degree in the slaughter?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Thousands of years ago, you predicted this, and you wrote what is called Spell 42 in order to prevent the slaughter.
Mm-hmm. Preventing the slaughter is spelled 42.
Preventing the slaughter. Now, one of the lines in preventing the slaughter in Florida. I guess I got Florida on my mind.
Makes sense.
Preventing the slaughter is, I come forth advancing, one whose name is unknown. I am the yesterday, seer of millions of years is in my holy name. My name is one who passes on the path of those who are in charge of destiny. I am the master of eternity.
Seer of
all of that power
in my holy name.
In the name, in a holy name. Holy only means holistic, full, total. Holistic name. A name that has power in it, or that you implant power through your divine prerogative. If you, like, for example, Vivi might say to me, well, I don't know what the word, Daddy, you named me Vivi. I don't know what the word Vivi means. You understand? Well, Vivi has the divine prerogative to make that name have power. My name means whatever I want it to mean, and give your name a name. Give it an attribute. Give it power. And then your name empowers you. Are you following me? I happen to have taken or was given the name Taharka. Taharka was a very powerful entity. Did you see the picture of him? Did anybody see the picture of Taharka?
Yes.
You remember?
The statue, yeah.
The statue.
Yeah.
Right. I am the only reason, because I invoke through that name. There's that name that travels millions of years. I've taken that name, and through that name, I can invoke that spirit. I am actually attached to it now. It's an invocation. So I know me, I study his ways. Vivi, the things that you do will make your name great. The things that you do, the things that you say, the way that you becomes the power that you place in your name. Are you following me?
Yes.
So if someone said, well, give me a holy name, why don't you just make your name holy? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
They want to know, will the meditation be in a separate section for subscribers so that we can continue to meditate?
All right, that's a good question. Okay, all right.
I think that that's something that Photon would probably have to address.
Yeah,
that's a good question. Okay, all right. Fatima, can you mute one of your windows? Whoa, Atina So Omarodian.
Omarodian.
That's Osa.
That's Etiosa.
Who is that? I don't know, but okay. Continue.
That's Osa.
Osa. Okay. All right. Osa said, miss the beginning. All right.
Well, Osa, it's on. You'll be able, it'll be recorded, and it is being recorded. It's good to hear your voice. I was thinking about you, by the way. And it's good to hear that you're on. And you'll be able to get it after it's over. You'll be able to see the whole thing in its entirety. And I'm sure that all you have to do is call Arthur if you have any problem, and he'll give you the heads up on that. Okay?
Okay. Do we name a woman by the name of Khadija Allen? That's a beautiful pick, Khadija Allen.
It's Khadija.
Wait, what?
That's Didi.
DD. All right. Do we name ourselves, or can you, Tahaka, name me? From Khadija Allen.
Khadija did not name you in my other body. I thought I named you in my other body. So, oh, there's Tunde messing with me now. Okay, that's your father. I'm sorry, D. He's over here now getting all hyped up over that. You know. See, you have to understand, D. I go through that also. I don't only have Taharka in me, but I also have Tunde in me as well. So he's over here now feeling bad. He thought he named you. Well, Khadija, I would be glad to do it again. Yes, I would be honored.
I love the name Khadija.
Scarlett says, beautiful fam, and you're a beautiful avatar, Scarlett. I love you, Scarlett. Shout out to Brooklyn, but I digress. She's not family, so it's not just family.
Yes, Scarlett is family.
Scarlett is family.
Really?
Scarlett is family.
Scarlett's related to us?
Yes,
oh.
She's related. Scarlett gave me 3 great-grandchildren.
I was trying to get
2 great-grandchildren.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, which Scarlett? Because you talking about what? You talking about Scarlett? Mexican.
Yes, Scarlett.
Oh, this is a different Scarlett.
The Scarlett one.
All right, this is different Scarlett, but you know she might be related still. But continue. Sorry, I'm just reading this chat.
So I guess moving forward with questions.
Yes.
Some that came from the meditation. So Grandpa, why do we say Asar and Aset and Haru are our progenitors, our 4 selves, right. And how do they relate to us, and what can we gain from them
relating
our ancestors, and what attributes do we gain from them?
Very, very, very profound question.
What do we say?
The irony of this whole situation is I learned a lot. I've learned quite a bit from the ascension of my brother, my twin brother, Tunde. When Tunde and I were very young, I remember him so clearly, even in womb, strangely enough. I know that sounds strange, but as a zygote or a twin, you know, there are certain things experiences that we have that singulars don't have. One of the things, and you would have it also if there was someone in the womb with you. You know, if you experience someone in the womb with you, trust me, you'd remember a lot. Are you following me? You were comfortable all by yourself. You had your nice little room and all of that stuff. I had to deal with someone else in that womb. And therefore my consciousness became very clear at that time. In order for me to live, in order for me to survive, I had to make a truce with someone that was in the womb with me. That truce that I made was with Tunde. Are you following me? So we learned certain things. And even when we came out of the womb, we sustained what is called a auromorphic field, meaning aura. Our auras morphed, came together as one. And we were able to communicate with one another through that auromorphic field. Long before we could talk, we learned telepathy or telepathy. And so we were able to communicate with each other in the womb. And when we came out of the womb, we created a holographic one. So we were able to communicate with each other in our sleep and so on and so forth, long before we could talk. Now, when Tunde made his ascension, the reason why I deal with it like I deal with it without fear or anything is because I've always had that ability to communicate with him long before I could talk. So now I'm talking and he's not talking and I'm supposed to cut off. No, that's stupid. I still know how to communicate with him through auromorphic field. So all of this that's actually happening is part of his inspiration as well as mine. So now I learned that, wow, if I can communicate with Tunde, Tunde can communicate with others. So I communicate with him and I know the reality of the existence outside of this. So I represent in the family, in that all-seeing eye, I represent an ability to be able to deal on a whole nother level. That's the elders. I'm the elder in this family sitting here right now. I am the elder. So as the elder, I'm closest to that energy outside of us. All of you love and love them and everything, but you might not be as close to that energy as I am. Are you following me? So I'm still in contact with that energy. I don't know how that answers. Your question was, what was that question again? The totality of the question?
It was about Asar and Aset and them being...
Oh, right. So Asar and Aset represents our perfection. We create that perfection. They are off in a realm. They are they were the first. A good way of putting it is this. Going back to the sacred formulas, I think that this would be a good one. It says, this is supplication to Asar and Aset, power to the travelers. Now we are the travelers. As I sojourn and wander on this purgatorial orb. Do you know what a purgatorial orb is? That is an orb that is not heaven, but purgatory, a waiting ground. And it's called purgatory. So as
Is that where we are now?
Where we are right now. As I wander on this purgatory, a spirit from Nu. Well, what is a spirit from Nu? We came from Nu into Old. We're now on the planet Old. So that the minute we leave Nu, we come to Old. And that Old is 1 second years old, 2 second years old. We all are in Old and we're on the planet of Old. So as I wander, as I sojourn and wander on this purgatorial orb, the spirit from Nu, encased in mortal wraps to keep me ever mindful of my divine purpose, I reflect, and in my reflection, I give thanks, for I have sent before me Asar, Aset, and Heru. I sent, or we, the I again, sent them out as an example for ourselves every time we come to whatever planet we choose to go to. we know exactly how we're going to be. Because if we don't know how we're going to be damn fools. We're going to be niggers. We're going to be wild. So we've sent ourselves out there first, a perfect example of how we want to act wherever we go on any planet that we go on. We know how we're going to be. Who
Grandpa.
are those examples? Asar, Aset, Heru.
Grandmaster, excuse me.
Yes.
Photon, do you mind being a tad bit less distracting? I think Grandpa's saying some very powerful words right now, and your on and off camera movement is distracting from the essence of what he's.
Well, there's a replay. That's the thankful list. You can watch the replay. Don't digress. Just listen to what he's saying, and you can watch the replay. But I hear what you're saying. But never mind me. I'm a troll. Never mind me. But I digress, and thank you for your input.
No problem. Sometimes, time and place, it's appropriate to do things at certain times. I think it's late at night for most of us.
Like I said, check the replay if you having issues with what I'm doing. Stay focused on the now and never mind the trolls and the niggers.
Being very Kanye over there.
Ooh, that's heavy, Ryan. Because in my experience in life, I remember my nigga. My nigga, I'm sure Vivi could tell you about my nigga too. You understand? My nigga would do so many things. One of the things that invoking the angelic spirit does for me now is keep my nigga in check. He keeps my nigga in check. I don't care about being, dealing with things like that anymore. You understand? Challenging and blah, blah, blah. Because we are looking for, and one of the exercises of power is to be able to restrain. You understand? To restrain. So we need niggas. We need niggas to invoke whatever nigga might be in us so that we can make our angelic being go to work. Are you following me? Look for the niggas. You'll look for them and you'll see them. And they will come in many ways and many shapes and many colors. The worst nigga is the nigga that think all niggas are black.
Say it, Grandpa. I know that's right.
Okay, so
Sydney has a question as well.
Do we have an understanding of Asar, Aset? Who is Asar, Aset, and Heru? Now I'll ask you that.
Is this specifically for me and Vivi and I, or for the whole family?
For anyone who can answer it.
I'm sorry, I was reading more questions. So what I got from what you said was that, Asar, Aset, and Heru is our four selves. We use them as beings to gain attributes from and to tell us how to live at this very moment. And we use them.
Who sent them out there?
We did.
Yes.
Ourselves.
Yes. Why? Why did we send them out?
To help us understand what we're going to go through today, to create a path for us to continue to move forward and to vibrate above the negative frequencies that we encounter on a day-to-day.
It's our example. It's our example of how to conduct ourselves in these times. Yes. Wherever you go, you're immortal. Because your perception, you're now developing your perception. Your perception is not narrow anymore. You have an immortal perception. Your divine prerogative, as we spoke about in the beginning, gives you the opportunity to move on wherever you want to go forever and ever if you choose. So your thinking now is growing, and you need an example to show you that. So you created that. So you knew you'd go to sleep. You knew you'd fall asleep. So every time you fall asleep, all of a sudden somebody will say to you, there's this Asar, Aset, and Heru, and you bug out, and eventually all of a sudden it'll dawn on you. Someone like me will come and say, oh, Asar, Aset, Heru, that is you.
So your granddaughter, Sydney Mitchell, she asks, Grandpa, can you explain how you got your name and how can we rename ourselves?
Oh, Sydney, wow. You know, let me tell you something really strange, okay? Do you know you guys are me? That question was always in my mind to say, but she got into my auromorphic field and wound up saying it. Love you, Sydney. I was in a dream, and when I was about 15 years old, I was in a dream, and the dream, strangely enough, was in Arizona. It seemed like it was in a place called Arizona, or like Arizona, because I was way up in this mountain top. And
was this last night?
No.
Oh,
okay. 15. I was 15 years old. Never seen Arizona, but I was in one of these places where, like you, me, Fatima, TG was, and I was looking down, and this voice came to me that said, "Hu hika ka, tie ka ka," and it went all the way down in the cavern, and it bounced back up, and it hit me, and I never knew what it meant. I thought it was like an Indian or something, Indian words. And over the years, that dream stayed, that premonition or dream stayed with me until I really looked at the words. And I looked at the words when I began to understand the ancient Kemetic language. And Hu hika was, who is this ka? Who is this spirit? Hu hika ka. Who is this spirit? Ti e a ka ka. Tahaka. And that name was always around me. Just stayed, that dream always stayed around me until I found that the name together meant Taharka. When I say, oh, that spirit, who is this spirit? Who is the spirit? I am the spirit of Taharka. And when I learned to take that name and put that spirit inside of me, then I found myself becoming like the book said, Sydney. My name is has traveled for millions and millions of years. Ta means earth. Ha means God. Ka means spirit. The spirit of God on earth. Alim, the Noah. Now I'm under the spell of that power name, and I have those attributes. And when I give respect to the powers in that name, then they bless me with more blessings. How many more blessings could they give me than y'all right there? Just that alone is unsurmountable blessings that I have. I hope that kind of answered your question, Sydney. When you was a little girl and you used to come over here, you never said a mumbling word.
Uncle Tahaka, respectfully, and
Yeah.
we're moving into about 5 minutes into the 2-hour mark. How long do you want to do this? We could go all night.
If all the questions have been asked, then because the beauty of the all-seeing eye is the eye becomes regenerated when it's in contact with its iris. The family is the iris. I, at this point, act as the pupil. So I only relate to what the iris is looking for.
And respectfully, I don't mind. I'm here. I'll I'm just a humble servant. Although, yeah, I'm joking around and playing around, but nah, I respect what you're saying, Ryan. I'll fall back a little with my trolling. But this is very serious. So I'm gonna fall back with my trolling and please continue. I'm enjoying the show.
I want to go back to this again, guys, because I think this is important, and I'm especially when if you ever get. I'm sorry, but can someone what is that Sydney said?
Can someone tell him to mute himself?
Is that me?
When he was coughing.
Oh,
Me?
Yeah, when you were choking on your spit.
Me?
Yeah.
I was choking on spit. Okay.
Okay. This tuning fork, guys, very important for you to get one. Very important because it acts as a reminder. Let me explain something to you about the tuning fork. The A tone vibrates at 440 hertz. Now that's important because 440 hertz is really.
What is it? Say the hertz again.
440.
440 hertz. That's what it needs to be.
That's what it needs to be in the key of A. Okay, 440 hertz is the key of A. Now I'm telling you all this.
Because
don't wait until you're 77 to get this knowledge. All right.
I was looking
because
up
you're getting it now at 77, huh?
So when you look up tuning forks, when you Google them or when you go to Amazon, like several types come up.
Yes, you want 440A.
Okay.
The key of A in 440. Why 440? Because 440 is 3 zeros. It's 3 rings. This is the frequency of the planet itself when it's in tune.
How is 443 rings or 3 zeros?
Because look at 4 and 4 is what?
8.
Right. Okay. So you have 0. With 0
on
makes
top
8.
Of each other, right?
0 makes 8.
Yeah.
And the other 0 is your third ring.
Stands alone. Right. Okay.
Right. So you have 3 rings of power to tune your body, the frequency of your body. When your body knows, I'm actually flat. Is the note. It reminds you to stay up there, to stay in your high frequency. When you stay in your high frequency, that's where your power lies. Now, no one can tell you anything. You're already tuned in. You're tuned in. I don't even speak to Tunde. I don't even speak to my brother until I'm in tune. When I go and say my prayers to my brother or talk to my brother, I tune in. I make sure that I tuned up into the right frequency. And we spoke about this. I even spoke to my mother and said, "Mommy, I won't talk to you unless I'm talking you in the key of A." She said, "Okay." They know this. Are you following me? Yes. So this frequency can carry a lot of things that other frequencies. Once you tune down, you say, okay, well, you go through so much through life and all the fear and the anxiety and the mortal apps that are fed to you, and you're so out of tune that you don't know what to do. And then you tune in to the television and it tells you the frequencies that you should be on. Be scared of this. Oh, here comes a storm. All of this creates that body to create tension in the body. And when tension or all of these things disrupt your body is in disruption, which is D, the key of D. And you need to tune yourself back up to your highest frequency in order for you to get the best out of your life. So this helps to remind you.
Now, I have a follow-up question about the tuning fork. Mm-hmm. So let's say we're super anxious about getting to meditation and super anxious about, just doing it at that very moment. And let's say, because I know I found myself going on YouTube sometimes to look for 440 hertz, like in the absence of having a tuning fork. Do you think that that works as effectively, or or is that okay to use, or should we kind of just opt out of it unless we have unless we have that tuning fork?
I think that you most definitely, if you have the opportunity to pull it up if you need it in order for you to what would be the word, to exercise those frequencies that will try and take advantage of you. I think that you use whatever you can. However, to have one with you and to be able to use it is so physical. You understand what I'm saying? It's such a physical, you get a physical warmth out of having it. It's like having your beads or
something that's close,
you know what I'm
extension of yourself.
It's an extension of yourself to have your fork and to be able to say,
this is my tuning fork. This is my
tuning fork playing my tune.
Got it.
It's my reminder. You understand? So when you, I'm, of course, I'm from the old school, and I do know that I can get frequencies. I can get those frequencies here on my phone as well. However, it's nothing like having your fork.
Got it.
So your niece Jasmine says, who made the beats for the commercials and the meditation sequence, or the mediation sequence? Sorry.
I did. I was inspired to make the beats, right? To make the music. Yes. I still, Jasmine, I'm still into music, or music is into me. It's part of me. I just don't write songs anymore. I write psalms. You know the difference between a psalm and a song? A psalm is a prayer, prayers or praise, and a song can be anything. I love songs. I'm enchanted over psalms.
She said, great.
Okay. Let me see. There was one other question that I'd like to just.
One more question?
Yeah, I have one that I want to ask myself. What is the spiritual symbology of mother and father? The word mother comes from the word matter. Matter. Matter, if you look up the denotative meaning of the word matter, it means the stuff that all things are made of. And father, in spiritual terms, means time. Father time. That's why you've heard the term father time. The father's duty is to take matter further. To take matter further. To be there for her. To be that supporting system for matter. What a beautiful responsibility. Stop looking at mother and father on the physical level, and let's look at it on the spiritual level. Matter. That makes up everything. Father takes it further in time. I am now acting as the father for the matter. I'm taking it further. So now you see the work of the father.
That's great. I love that. You actually broke that down better today than you did when I was younger.
When I was a kid?
Yeah. So Daya.
You ever hear that saying where now daddy can, or daddy,
now I
better now.
Now I understand daddy.
Now I understand. He's you just waking up. This is daddy.
That's true. So listen, your daughter, Daya, says, is the tuning fork different from an A-tone / Third Eye Singing Bowl.
All of that, all of those frequencies. It could one of the when you're talking about the third eye bowl.
Yes.
Where you run
yes.
a piece around it.
And it gives off that tone.
That tone would be equally as natural. I'm almost sure.
It
I
is.
remember.
It's the A tone.
Right, as an A tone. It's an A tone. It's not as simple to carry around as this. However, yes, it probably would be the same frequency, just like there are crystals. There are crystals that releases certain frequencies, and these certain healing frequencies. I remember when your grandfather was at your grandfather and I were in Mexico, and we were dealing with certain frequencies. The Quichola Indians made burnt lava, ancient old lava, and would make us pull in those frequencies. And I really believe that that's part of the reason why Tunde stayed physically alive for so long, because of some of the things, some of the tuning and frequencies that they were allowing us to partake in their ceremonies that we actually got during their ceremonies. So yeah, you can get the bottom line is, yes, you can get those frequencies, as I said to Ryan, you can get those frequencies in many different degrees and many different ways. However, the simplest way is and it's always with you. Can you imagine carrying a bowl around with you? So I think that where is Photon? Is he gone? Did he leave us?
There's too much feminine energy in here.
No, you think that's what it was? Well, I think that I hate to leave. Is that okay? Is the tuning fork different from the A tone? Okay, so Jasmine Ray, yeah. So is there anybody have any other questions that they want to ask me before we sign out?
No, I think this was wonderful. Thank you.
Makes sense.
It was. I think this went really well.
I'm here. I had to run in the Lambo. I had to make a run.
Well, trust me, to hear your voice isn't it nice to hear his voice?
Yes.
Right? That's that other tone, right?
It's joy.
It's joy. It can make you smile.
No, thank you, Grandmaster, for letting us know and breaking things down for us. I think we all needed these explanations to understand more.
Oh, thank you, Ryan. You're so conscientious.
Of course, no problem.
All right, so we're a little bit past the 2-hour mark. Could we summarize? I'm just the engineer. I'm not trying to rush the show. If y'all want to stay on or any of that, but understand it's late in some parts of the world. Do y'all? But I'm listening.
Khadija said I love his voice. She loves
your voice
and love him. I'm not so egotistical to think she's talking about me.
No, she's talking. Well, she's
I love you, Khadija. Forget you, Asia. But it's all love. It's all love. Asia.
Fatima, what do you mean brand?
Oh, what brand is your tuning fork?
Oh, I don't have this one. We as a family should create our brand.
You're gonna get.
We call it the angelic tone of A.
Tuning forks will be for sale in next month. We're working on that. Stay tuned. Please stay tuned, day. Please stay tuned, day.
Please stay tuned for the day. Okay. Which tuning fork do I have? I have an angelic tuning fork, Fatima. I call it the angelic tuning fork, because I've had it so long that it's part of that helps me to really, I keep it with me all the time. I think when I stopped smoking cigarettes, this was one of the things that helped me.
Just for the record, I watched that show that you told me to watch on Netflix with the tuning fork in it. It had, I can't remember the name of it, but you had recommended 2 shows to watch on Netflix, and it was about going into the other dimension.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah. It was excellent.
It was excellent.
It was excellent.
Yes,
and just for the record, everybody, for the first time in 20 something years, I had a dream about Granddaddy. A full-fledged dream, as if I was in that paradigm. I laid in the bed with him. I cradled him. I rocked him. I asked him what the name of his mother and father was, and he told me full names and places, and I woke up, and the whole memory of the names left my head immediately.
Right.
As soon as I woke up.
Wow.
But I didn't forget the dream. The dream was
that's another probably at another time we'll go over that and the power of the dream and how to see. People confuse sleep with dreams. Sleep is one thing, dream is another. And the power of dreams is almost, I think that my blessing was having that person in that auromorphic field with me, because we used to use dreams to travel to each other, and so I think eventually what we'll do is we'll get into dreams and the power of dreams and how to extract power from your dreams as well. We are in a time right now where we have to be we have to use our extrasensory perceptions now. We must develop our extrasensory perception, and we must learn how to use it wisely. Extrasensory perception is known as ESP. But when we're talking about the angelic extrasensory perception, we're talking about an extreme power that we have and that we will be using. And we get it in our zero.
Uncle, before we conclude, and I don't know how long we're going to go, but I want to ask the females, the feminine energy on the panel briefly, what's going on with y'all? What are your titles? How are y'all doing right now in this current state? We just came out of this pandemic. First, Ryan, the younger version of us in the feminine form. What's your title? What are you doing in life? As far as just career-wise, education-wise, and just all of this, we would like you to just be more, just make your presence more known in this on this channel. What's going on with you?
So currently I live in Los Angeles, California. I am a civil engineer. I also do some modeling on the side, but career-wise, mostly I am a civil engineer. Most recently, my project has been working on the decommissioning and reconstructing of a coal plant in Delta, Utah, to help basically give electricity to Los Angeles. So COVID and how that affected hasn't affected me career-wise specifically. However, like mentally and emotionally, definitely, due to just the losses that we have all faced because of COVID and how that's affected all of us. Sometimes it's hard to compartmentalize the difference between like work and your mental and emotional sanity. So those lines I'm still trying to learn how to make a bit bolder, because unfortunately, sometimes when it comes to like working, you have to, well, at least society has taught us that we have to leave certain things at the door when it's time to get work done. And I'm still trying to understand and develop those lines and make sure that, when it's time to work, try to put everything to the side. And when it's time to feel and to tune back into my true self, that happens. But yeah, career wise, yeah, civil engineering, and I'm looking for, you know, greater and more advanced roles, you know, environmental engineer, and things like that. So yeah.
Remember, and you, of course, you haven't forgotten your mission.
Of course.
What our main mission is?
Absolutely not.
You remember it?
Of course.
Okay. All right.
So Khadijah Allen says, I'm currently on a personal journey on rebuilding my body. I've been weight training since September and I've lost over 30 pounds. Woo! Very good.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
And
she also says she loves you, Tahaka, more than you know, and she'll be waiting for her name.
Oh, listen, baby. I'm there with you, and I want to tell you this. One of the greater things, your brother Tunde works out, and I teach him. I've taught him the holistic workout, how to work out holistically. So how to get, now that you're working out on the physical level, there are certain
OMG Blackbeard. Her brother is OMG Blackbeard, but I digress. Go ahead.
Is he on there?
Yes,
no, I don't see. Oh,
he's here. He's here.
Oh,
OMG
good.
Blackbeard. Okay.
When we go, he asks me certain things, of certain prayers or praise to say while he's working out, because that's how we work out. We work out, when we work out, we also work out with certain prayers, and the prayers empower us and give us that much more holistic workout. So D, you might, I love to send you one that you could use so that while you're working out, you can chant in your mind and you can use that, and you'll find out that it will be very helpful in your workout, in your total workout. I'll be glad to.
Khadijah saying we don't want to leave, but we got to go right now. How long do you want to keep this? We're at almost the 2:20 mark, Uncle. Respectfully, I'm here whenever you're ready. I could go all night. We could do a 24, 27.
Well, I know everybody has.
Well, wait.
Everybody wants to. I think that all's well that ends well.
Fatima made a very good recommendation. She says we should do a sacred family naming ceremony here in the city of our mother's name, Phoenix.
Woo! I'd love to.
I would love that.
I would love that. I think that that's a great. I think that whatever you need me for, I'll be there. Like Michael Jackson. By the way, anybody see that Janet Jackson?
No, I missed it. Did it come on already?
Oh my God, I have not seen a documentary so beautiful.
Oh, great.
What made it so beautiful? I mean, I love Janet Jackson, but
Janet made it beautiful. To see where this woman's head really, you talking about an angel? You know, if you can't recognize that woman is an angel, you got to be blind. She is incredible. And I think that you just got to see it.
Well, I will watch it.
Yes. It's on Netflix?
No, it's not on Netflix.
It's on Prime.
Amazon Prime. Beautiful.
Okay.
Did you see it? You seen it? Right?
Not yet. I do plan on watching.
Oh, okay.
I'll come when I heal.
Do you sing, Vivi? Can you sing? Where's the singers?
Yes, I can sing. I sing very well.
Woo!
Remember, you ever see that commercial where Shaq sings in the shower?
just to answer your question, Photon, if I could sing, I would be singing right now. You would never be able to shut me up. You could barely shut me up now, but you really wouldn't be able to shut me up if I could sing.
Oh God.
I hate to leave. I mean, I would be the last one to leave my family. So
where's Ricky? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Where's Ricky? Where's your daughters? I mean,
None
that's
of
so
the
funny.
men. None of the men.
My daughter is
came in.
Sydney, and the other one is Alana, who is on here, Lala Miyagi, and Dante Burton is Ricky. Dante B is Ricky. He was on here.
Did you tell Ricky what I said, Viva?
What? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
What did you say?
That about my weakness, about one of the things that I am now learning how to communicate with the boys with the men.
Oh no, I didn't,
my
because
family.
that was just today. That was
I don't know.
fresh.
Maybe and I didn't reach out to him and invite him on him. I didn't invite Omar. I didn't invite none of the men.
I invited them all.
Oh, okay. Well, you see, so I knew what I was doing. You know?
For the record, Omar, your father wants that 20 back, but I digress. It was a mistake.
You know, the funny part, you look like him in this picture that you have up, Aliata.
Can you say, whoa. Can you say, this is me?
Folks.
I'm not catfishing. This is what I look like.
Yeah, it looks like you and Omar look a lot alike, and you all look like Omi's son.
Oh.
Omi's son looks like you guys. That's a very handsome picture, if I may add.
You know who's standing next to me? Asia. Do you remember this picture? If Asia's still around, I was hugging Asia, the beautiful Asia. All right, I'm digressing. I'm trolling and doxing. I'm all over the place. I love y'all though.
Well, this is great. We should do this more often. That way we can all you'll actually know everyone in your family. You'll recognize the names.
We're gonna do this.
I'm just joking. I recognize y'all. I know who it is. I'm just messing with y'all. It's just all.
Oh, well, you know, we a little sensitive over here.
Yeah. we rehearsed all this beforehand, but I'm gonna fall back with the trolling.
No. We love it. That's what makes the show.
Yeah.
All right.
We wanted to keep coming. You sounded just like your father when you said, "All right."
We need folk talk. We need
folk talk. We need Vivi to bring us out. Vivi, can you can you hit some high notes, something?
Well, I have COVID right now.
Okay. I'm gonna hit a high note for you. I'm gonna hit a high note. Ready?
Yeah.
Y'all can't hear it.
I'm gonna get you a bigger one just for your show.
It needs to be bigger than this?
Yeah, for your show.
Oh, just the show?
Okay. We're gonna conclude it. We're gonna make this a 2.5 hour show just so people can have for replay value, because I mean, can anybody even watch a movie longer than 2.5 hours with all your favorite actors and actresses? So
yeah, I could watch a movie for 8 hours.
Ooh. Okay. All right. Well, then I'm gonna fall back. I mean,
you've never done marathons on Netflix?
Yeah.
Well, this is the best marathon you could ever do.
All right, guys. Well, get your popcorn. We're going for 8 hours.
Where is Fatima?
Yeah,
Fatima's right there. She said, "Close us out with the song, Tahaka."
Woo!
I'd have to
play one of y'all songs. Didn't y'all do some songs, albums?
Oh, yes, Fatima, come on in so you can sing with them.
You want to make this into the only thing that I feel that would be a right way to close this, if Fatima wasn't closing it, is to say, let me see, how do I do that? I am you, and you are me. And we are all part of 1 0 circle. Our circle is our ring of power. We take from and give back to our circle. We are the circle ring of power. That's my song. That's my psalm. Okay. Good night, everybody.
Okay, I want to conclude with this.
I will say, Ankh Wajah Seneb.
If y'all could send more emails, more feedback, we want to hear more feedback just to help the show get better. We would like more people on tapping in, family, extended family. I had a great time listening to you guys, and I would really like to get to know everyone that I really don't know in the family. You know, I want to know you guys more and spread the love.
We'll be on next week. We'll be on next week. And it's going to get better.
So let us know. Give us some tips what we need to do as far as content wise. As far as what you didn't like. If it's me, all right, I'll leave. I won't be on the show no more. Yeah, help us out. We're struggling over here. We only got like 100 subs. We trying to sell some books and all that. But at the end of the day, it's really about just, in my opinion, it's just about just coming and meeting up. And since we're all over the place.
Daya. Oh, Daya. Daya said we should do this weekly.
Facts.
I'm down, Daya. We're going to do it next Sunday. I got one for you next Sunday. I love y'all.
So Ryan left. Wait. Ryan left. Vivi, can you close us out, Tahaka or Vivi? I'm going to fall back as well. 5 minutes left before we hit the 90-minute, the 2.5 hour mark. Can you guys, the two of you, the daughter and father and daughter, can you guys?
I just did my close out. Oh, I just did mine.
I mean, if he did, if that was the closeout, then that was all we needed. That was perfect.
Do I push in broadcast?
Yep, that's it. It's just me and you, baby. I love you.
As always.
I love you. No, my sister's right here with us. She's just behind the scenes, but she's right here. Okay. She's talking. She's on there.
She's on there? Really?
She's on there. Xavier is on there. Everybody, your whole team is on here. Yeah.
Love y'all.
Carmen. Putty Carmen is on here.
Well, Scarlett was there.
Jasmine and Naima is in here.
That was not Scarlett. That was another Scarlett. That's my Scarlett.
No, that wasn't Scarlett. But Scarlett is on. I'm sure Scarlett is listening with Xavier.
Oh, okay. But Scarlett is there. The other Scarlett.
Mm-hmm.
Xavier Scarlett.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful. All right. Good night. Right. I love you.
Just push in broadcast, right?
Just press leave in broadcast.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Yo, good one. Love you, Unc. Love y'all. See y'all next week,
buddy.